let's say you're in charge of hiring for your company, or maybe you're the CEO and the leader of the company, and you're struggling right now to find and retain top talent. It seems to be a common conversation with a lot of my clients, also reading articles in the newspapers and online about the Great Resign, people transitioning out of jobs and looking for other jobs, or just the struggle to find and retain top talent. Well, if you're in charge of this, I'm sharing some strategies that I've shared with my clients to help them attract great talent. So let's dive into today's episode of You're in Charge, conversations that spark change, and talk about marketing to attract top talent. Okay, so as I said in the introduction, you're in charge of the hiring, and you're sitting there looking at the stack of resumes or lack thereof, or maybe you're doing interviews with people and saying, man, the talent just isn't there. And it's easy to default to, well, this younger generation doesn't want to work, or people just are lazy. And if you're defaulting to that, I'm going to challenge you to re-examine your thinking. Is your thinking a little lazy? Because if you're attracting that type of talent, or you're not attracting the right people, we need to take a step back as being that person in charge and looking at how we're advertising our job. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about a few aspects of this process. Your interview process is a separate conversation, and we can talk about that in a future episode. I want to focus on how are you advertising your job. So let's unpack the first piece to this. When you are looking for a job to fill a role in your company, there's a few reasons why it happens. One, you're expanding, you're growing. I need to add more onto my team. Or you had to let someone go, or maybe someone quit unexpectedly. So the question is, how do I advertise this position? A lot of times, individuals in the position of asking someone to place an ad, maybe you're placing the ad, or maybe you have an HR department and you go to them and you say, I need to hire let's say a salesperson. Well, there are certain qualities and qualifications for this salesperson or a manager, right? A lot of times that title is different or means different things to different organizations. A manager in my company with that title could be completely different than a manager in your company. So what we first need to do is strip away the titles. Forget all the titles. That's number one. What we need to do now is look at the qualities, not qualifications. Understand, I'm not talking about qualifications. I'm talking about the qualities. There's a few different types of qualities. Qualities that fit your culture. Are you an organization that is fully remote and they have to be self-motivated, or they have to have the ability to coach and develop? They have to have great communication skills. They have to have empathy, whatever it is. These are qualities that are going to tie into your culture, because if you only hire for qualifications or skill set, you may hire someone that has those, but they don't fit your culture, and you could do more damage. So focus on the qualities. When you close your eyes and you think of a top performer in that role, or what the day-to-day in your mind, what you see that person doing day in and day out, start writing down those qualities. The reason why I'm having you do this first is those things need to be in the job description. Again, too often job descriptions are very generic, or we focus on 3 years experience and you have to know how to do this and you have to know how to do Y. Again, those are skill sets, and maybe your role does need certain certifications or qualification or experience, and that's fine. You can put it there. But if you really want to attract top talent, you have to sell them on what the day-to-day is going to be. You want to make it very clear. Now, Some of you may say, well, Glenn, that's going to scare some people away. That's okay. How many times have you sat in interviews and were frustrated? Remember what we spoke about early on in the beginning of this conversation. You were complaining that the quality is not great. The people here don't seem motivated. They don't seem like they want to work. Well, why don't you advertise what you're really looking for? I would rather have half or a quarter of the candidates sitting in front of me who are qualified, who are willing to do this or willing to have the conversation about this, than to just have people who are looking for a job based on the title instead of really understanding what the day-to-day is. So that's number one. Make sure that you are listing the qualities you're looking for. Put that in the job description or the job ad, as well as some of the day-to-day. If they have to make a certain number of phone calls, they have to coach and develop. They have to go out and work, face-to-face, meaning that this isn't a remote job. They have to go call on customers. Whatever it is, we need to make sure that we are advertising that in our job description. Number two, one of the reasons why individuals are hesitant about applying to certain companies is because there is no job growth. They don't understand what the next phase is. More and more individuals, and this is not millennial, Gen Z, Gen what, whatever, young people. Every individual who is applying for a job, if they're going to invest their time into the company, right? This is a two-way street. You're hiring them. They're interviewing and wanting to know if I should put my time and effort into this company. What am I getting out of it? Part of it's revenue, but it's also job growth. What's going to happen over the next year, 18 months, 2 years? What is my progress going to be? Who is going to help develop me? What is my roadmap? Is there an opportunity to grow? All of those need to be well thought out, well planned out, and more importantly, explained in the job ad, in any conversations you're having. It has to be mapped out. That is going to attract talent because no one wants to stay in a job doing the same exact thing for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. If you said to someone, this is your entry point, and you're going to do this job for the next 6 months. And if you achieve these metrics, you will move to here, and you will move to there, and you will move up. Think of Enterprise Car Rental. They did a phenomenal job of attracting college-age students and bringing them into their organization, but they were very clear of the management path, meaning you're going to start doing the grunt work, starting at the bottom. But after 6 months, you're going to move here, and then you're going to move there, and then you're going to move here, and you're going to move there. And there was really a very successful growth plan for them. And that is why they were able to scale, because they provided direction, they provided opportunity, and they provided mentorship to help people advance. That's what you need to do. If you want great talent to stay with you, you have to give them the growth plan. So again, number one, qualities. What are the qualities of the individuals that we want to bring into it that are going to sustain the culture? Remember, I can teach skills. I can't teach those qualities that I need. Number two, we want to make sure that we are talking about a growth path. What's going to happen over the next year, 2 years? We have to lay that out for them to make it attractive for them to want to work with us. Number three, just go look at your website. I'm going to put a job ad out with my organization. Everyone is going to come to your website to learn about the company. So my third strategy is look at your website. Is there a career page that outlines all of the things we just talked about? We are looking for these types of individuals. Here is the growth path that's here. Third thing that should be on this page are testimonials. Think about this. Most organizations are really focused on getting reviews, right, for their products and their services. We want them on Google so that new customers looking to purchase our products or services, they look at these reviews and testimonials to validate our marketing claims, right? We're going to claim our product is great. We're going to claim that we deliver a great experience. That's well and good, but most people go, that's marketing. We need validation. we get reviews. A question for all of you listening or watching. When you go to a new town or you're traveling and you want to check out a restaurant, do you go to the restaurant's website or do you go to a review website, be it TripAdvisor or Yelp or something like that? Or you ask others for recommendations. You don't go necessarily to their website. We want validation. We know that's marketing. So we need to think about that the exact same way. I could promote and say, look at my growth plan. This is phenomenal. We're a great place to work and we have all of these perks and benefits. That's marketing. Where are the reviews or testimonials? I'd love to see videos or written. Both are good. Talking about, I started as an entry level. After 18 months, I am now leading a team and I'm set to be promoted X. We need to have those stories to validate our marketing claims. Most people don't do that. Most people have a horrible career page, if they even have one. It's usually, hey, if you're interested, hey, submit your name here. And you're not selling anybody on your organization. I really think you need to think about selling your organization as if it were a product that you sell to customers. You're selling it to potential employees. You need to think through that same mentality, which brings me to my last point. Are you dedicating part of your marketing budget every single month to advertise that you're looking for top quality people? Most companies make a mistake. They wait too long to hire or look for talent. Even if you're not ready today, I'm assuming that most companies want to grow and expand. If you say, no, Glenn, this is the level that I want to be at, you need to prepare in case someone leaves or you have to let someone go. If you wait till that happens, it's too late. I want you to think about this as well. If someone left tomorrow, what would you do? Or think of it a little bit differently. If you were hiring someone and someone started today, how long would it take them to get up to speed as an average employee, not even superstar, but someone who is fully capable to take on a full client load, to produce at a level of your medium level person on your team? How long would it take? A month, 2 months, 3 months? Well, then reverse engineer back. How long does it usually take you to find a quality candidate? Well, by the time I advertise and by the time I look through the resumes, by the time I go through the interview process, whatever that process is, maybe it takes me a month to 6 weeks. Well, now we're talking about 2 or 3 months to get up to medium performance and 1 to 2 months to find someone. We're talking 3 or 4 months. So I always encourage organizations, mine included, to constantly be looking for people. You don't want to miss that superstar. I will tell you that I have run across super talented people and I made a place for them on my team because I knew having that person there, they're ready, they're working, I then can really accelerate and expand. So my last point is, don't wait till you need a person to be advertising that you're looking for people. It allows you to be more patient. It allows you to really have a great interview process to really measure and score each individual versus I need someone, so I'm just going to take someone and hope. We don't want to run our business on hope. So let's just summarize these. I hope these were helpful for you. This was a short little power episode today because I've been having a lot of conversations with individuals and corporations about this, so I thought I would share this out with you. So number one, when we're creating our job ad for a role, throw the title away for the moment. That title, it can be distracting. Focus on the qualities. What qualities do I want these individuals to possess that they bring to the table? Because you can teach them the skills, you can teach them what they need to do, but what qualities do I need them to have? Not necessarily qualifications. And we want to put those in our job ad. Number two, we want to make sure that we have a growth path. Right? We want to make sure we're explaining in the job description as well as the interview process that here's our growth path. Here's what we do with our individuals. We're looking to bring people in to grow in our company and stay with us. We need to map that out communicate that to individuals so they understand that there is a future with your company, not just an entry-level position, and that's it. That's where you get a lot of job transition. Number 3, we want to make sure that we have a career page on our website, and that career page is very vibrant. It has all of these things that I just communicated, what qualities we're looking for in people who work on our team. What is the environment of working with us? What is the potential for growth within our company? All of those things we need. And then lastly, we need our testimonials. We need our reviews, so to speak, from our current employees about working for you, about their experience, their journey, their growth. If I'm selling, there's a growth plan, well, then I should have testimonials of people who say, I started as an entry-level employee and now I'm running a team, or I'm a general manager, or I'm a manager and I've worked here and it's been a phenomenal place, right? We need to advertise that. And then lastly, we need to put part of our marketing budget every single month, advertising, driving them to that career page, advertising with the videos, advertising with messaging, because ultimately your business is a product that you're advertising. You're advertising to potential employees, very similar to you advertising your products and services to potential customers. So we need to have a dedicated budget to that every single month. You should be looking for talent all the time. Doesn't mean you have to hire them, but you should be interviewing them, looking at them, getting candidates, because if you only hire when you need, then it's too late, because it takes too long to get them up to speed. And you really have to dissect that and reverse engineer. How long does it take for a new individual to get up to speed, as well as how long does it take for me to find that person? That usually is going to be a few months. So why aren't you looking all the time? Because if you're not looking, you could miss out on a real superstar candidate that you should make room for on your team, even if you don't need them today. But finding great talent, especially right now where everyone's complaining about it, if you're complaining about finding talent, I would use these 4 strategies. Go through all of these and make sure you're doing them. I will guarantee you, you will attract better talent, you will retain better talent, and you will dominate in your market. So I hope you found that valuable. As always, I appreciate your attention. Please make sure you subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, be it Apple, Spotify, or any platform. Also, jump over to YouTube. You can watch this conversation and some of the other great episodes that we have on the channel as well. Don't forget, you can go to glennpasch.com and download some free leadership training materials as well. And as always, I appreciate your attention. The fact that you're here with me today means a lot. I know there's a lot of places that you could go listen to your content or watch content. But the fact that you're here means a lot to me. As I say at the end of every episode, you're in charge. But now I gave you a few more tools to help you become better, both professionally and personally, to become the leader that you want to be. Thank you so much. Don't forget to share it with others, because I'm sure somebody else needs this information as well. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.